Hello everyone, welcome to another review. Today I am reviewing the Dazilabs arc lighter. This cost about 16 bucks on Amazon, and I decided to get this electric lighter instead of the traditional propane or lighter fluid lighters because I got tired of them running out all the time, and at 7, 8, sometimes 10 hours a pop it just wasn't cost effective for me. So I decided to spring for this arc lighter as I saw on Amazon and give it a shot and to see how well it works. So here is the lighter itself. Now, this particular one that I have did not come with a user manual, but you really don't need one because everything you need to know is on the back of the box. It tells you exactly how to use the lighter, what the indicators are, where to charge it, how to charge it, and even some warnings on here. So you really don't need much else. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So here is the box. We're going to go ahead and open it now. And here is the arc lighter, and it comes with a micro USB cable. Now the USB cable, as you can tell, is pretty short. I mean, it's here it is compared to my hand, and you can tell it's very short. So keep that in mind. And here is the arc lighter itself. It's about 9.5 inches long, and it does have a flexible head, as you can tell here. And once you take off the protective cap, there is the arc itself. The arc comes out, well, this is the space for the arc, and you can tell it's not very wide, but it's wide enough to light paper or a candle wick or a cigarette or anything like that. If you look on the side here, here is the micro USB charging port. So you would just stick the cable into the port just like this, and that's how you would charge it. And right here is the little safety switch. You flick that up and down so that you'll be able to power it on. On the other side, this is the power button. And once you turn it on, you're going to see these lights light up. This tells you the charge level of the arc, of the unit. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on now. And you see, I can't turn it on because the safety switch is on. So we're going to go ahead and flick this switch up, and then we're going to turn it on. And there it's on. As you can tell now, it's got an okay charge on there. There's only 2 lights on. And here's the blue button. And all you do, you press the blue button, and you're going to see a little arc come out. I swear if you can see it very well. Let me hold the box up. And there's the arc. Pretty simple. That's all you do. Just press the button and direct it to whatever you want to light. Now, depending on the level of the charge, will depend on how long the unit charges. Now, the box says it could take anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours, so it all depends on how low it is. So this is halfway for me, so I'm expecting a good, at least probably about an hour to charge it up. But one full charge lasts quite a while. I don't know specifically how long, but just to give you a little idea, I haven't charged this unit up yet, and I had it for over 2 months, and I used it about 5-6 times, and it still has a pretty decent charge. So I think that works pretty well. So let's go ahead and demonstrate how this works. So I'm going to put all this to the side here, and I brought in a couple candles, and here's one candle here, and all you do, you just press the button and you light it just like this. That's it. It's as simple as that. I brought a couple different candles here. Here's another candle. It's a little bit deeper in, so what I'll do is you can always tilt it down like this and light it that way as well. So it works pretty good, guys. Now I want to show you one more candle. This one is pretty far into the jar, and it's going to be kind of hard if you have a regular match or even one of those stick matches to stick down in there. So with this, it's going to be pretty easy. Just light it up, and there you have it. Easy peasy. So if I have to give this a negative, the only negative thing I would have about it is a couple of things. One is this little small micro USB cable. I mean, they could have gave it at least a little bit longer one. Um, the safety switch is kind of difficult sometimes to reach in there and turn it on and off, but I kind of like that because you don't accidentally turn it on, and the last thing you need is for this thing to turn on if it's in your pocket or your backpack or wherever. That's the last thing you want. So all in all, I I really like this unit a lot. I think I got my money's worth out of it, and I think I'm going to continue to get my money's worth out of it. The only thing you have to keep in mind, like I said, is the USB cable is small, and when you plug it into the unit, it's kind of stiff when you first plug it in there. So I don't know why it's so stiff. Um, and just also keep in mind, have a good 2 hour charge, I would say, to be on the safe side, and you should be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and get into the final verdict of this and the pros and cons and all that's coming up. Thanks. So guys, everything has pros and cons to it, so there's nothing perfect, and this item is not perfect, but it's a pretty decent item. So some of the pros on here is I love the flexible head on here. It's pretty neat. It gets into hard to reach places, especially if you had that pot of light on the stove that's way in the back or in a difficult spot to get with a regular match. This thing will do it for you. It's pretty good. Um, I do like the nice battery indicator that it has to let you know when it needs a charge and how many more charges or how much longer it's going to, you know, last until you're ready to charge it. So I like the indicator. It's pretty good. Safety switch, I don't have any issues with the safety switch. I love the way it is. It's kind of embedded a little indented inside the handle, which I like, so there's no accidental turning it on and it, goes off when you don't want it to go off. It's very easy to charge, but also keep in mind, it depends on the level of the charge. If it's completely dead, you want to give it a good 2, maybe even 2.5 hours to charge up. And the best thing of all is it is windproof. You don't have to worry about trying to light charcoal or your grill or anything, or even a cigarette out in in a windy day and to have that match keep on out. Well, you don't have to worry about that with this because this ain't going to blow out. But everything has cons, and this item's no exception. As I've stated a couple times already, such a short micro USB cable. Why is it so short? I don't understand why they give you such a short cable. It could have been at least 6 inches or so, but this thing, maybe it's 4 inches of that. Also keep in mind, this is not waterproof. If you drop this in the water, chances are it's done for. So please keep in mind, especially you campers out there, if you're taking this out on a camping trip, try to keep it dry as best as you can. The arc itself is pretty small. I get why it is because it's pretty compact and you don't want it too wide, but you're limited as to what you're going to ignite. So if you have that piece of bark or whatever you out there camping and you really want to light it up, keep in mind, you don't have much room with that arc. It's very small. Otherwise, I think this is a very good product. And my final verdict of this product, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I think it's very decent. I think you're going to get more than your money's worth, especially saving you on all those extra lighters and lighter fluids and matches. And it's going to save you some money down the road. For 15 bucks right now, it's on Amazon as of February 25th, 2019. It was Prime, and I think I've already got my money's worth, so I think it's a pretty decent item. Check it out. Thank you all for watching. I hope this helps you decide whether or not you want to buy this item. Have a good one.